how to call this non-static variables, non-static methods in the main method. Why you cannot call directly? So what is the purpose? What is the reasons behind that? So main is a static type, but these are all non-static category, because non-static should be used only when you create object, and static, so stuff is different, non-static stuff is different, their memories are different, and the completely different types, those are all not same category. That's why non-static things, you cannot call them directly in the main method. If you want to call them anywhere non-static stuff in the static methods or in another classes, the first thing you have to do is create object for that class. So what is the first point you need to remember? If you want to call non-static variables and non-static methods in the static methods or some other class, so one class non-static members, or you want to call them in another class method, first you create object for that class in that method. It can be a main method or it can be another method. Any method inside you want to use them, non-static members. So what is the first thing you have to do? Create object for that class. Create object for that class and call them. So that is how you can handle this non-static variables and non-static methods, how you can call them. So now we want to call all these non-static variables and non-static methods in the main method. So you need to create object for this class. What is our class name? This is the class name. So for this class, you have to create object. So if you create object, what will happen? So in the heap area, let me explain again one more time. I'll draw the diagram. So when you create object for this class, then it will create a memory here in the heap area. Okay, so it will create a memory here. So that is, so when you do like this, new. So what is the class name? Non-static
members name.
Members demo. So this is how you are creating object. This is the object. So this object, if you do like this, immediately, this is the heap. This is the heap memory. This is the heap memory. Heap memory. This is the stack memory. Stack memory. So once you create object, new class name parenthesis, all the non-static variables, non-static methods will go and store in this memory. In this memory. So like now, yes. So S will store here. That has a Java. Variable purpose what? It will store the value, right? Same. F equal to 15.5. Next. Output. So we didn't give any value. Default value will assign 0.0. L1 equal to 150. So 150, these are the values you will get. Then the methods, typecasting demo method will store. Then next method, swap with third variable. Another method. Next, so get random integer values, right? Get random integer values. So that's a method. Next method. Okay, whatever it is, okay. Get max value. So these are the methods will store in this memory. If you create one more object, again, one more memory will create here. Same variables and methods will store here also. Each object, same copy of variables methods will store in another object also. If you create how many objects, same objects will store in each memory address. Each memory address they will store. That is how it will. Then this has some reference, right? That reference is pointing to stack memory here. So that's a stack memory, this one. So this part is main method related. Okay, this is the main method related part. So here you are going to give some name for this object reference, right? Suppose I'm taking the reference variable for this is NSM object, okay? NSM OBJ. That's my object. Now this object reference variable here. Now what will happen? This memory address will store in this variable. Now this is a local to main method. That's why this is a one frame. Like this, you can store multiple frames. If you are calling one more method, one more frame will create. One more frame will create. So like this, many frames will create in the stack memory if you are calling the methods. So that is the how the variables and methods will store in the heap area. Then you can call all these variables with this reference variable, nsmobj.yes, nsmobj.typecasting, nsmobj.getRandom. So this is the how you can call with the object reference this memory related. Again, this has another reference. This reference is going to be different again. That reference is, for example, NSD OBJ. Suppose I am given different name. Now, this address also different. So again, this same copy will be available here. Same copy will be available here also. Then typecasting, then swap method. I'm just writing, okay, so faster. But same non-static variables only will store in this memory address, not static stuff. Clear? Is this clear or still you have a doubts?
Yes.
And get max value. So these are the only non-static. Same copy. If you create 100 objects, same variables, same methods will go stored in 100 objects. But you have to choose to call them which reference you have to use. If you want to call this object members, you have to use this reference. If you want to call this objects, you have to use this reference. Reference variable dot non-static stuff you have to call. So that's the background what is going to happen when you create object. If you're not creating object, there is no memory occupies in the heap area. No memory will be occupied if you're not creating object for the class. Good. So I'm erasing this. Are we good?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So let's erase this part and we can clear all drawings, close it. Okay. Now let's create object for the class. So what is the object syntax? Class name, object reference equal to new class name, parenthesis, semicolon. So what is our class name? This is our class name. Then object reference, any reference variable you give. The reference is NSMOBJ I'm giving. New, basically every word, one letter I'm taking and I'm putting that as a reference variable. Or you can give any name. This is a variable name. New class name. This is the object creation, how to do that. Then follow the formulas. So one by one formulas, how to call same class non-static variables. So non-static methods. Methods. So you go here and see this is the formulas we have. So how can you execute the diagram? First scenario one. In the same class, how to call non-static members in the main method. The main method we are calling, right? First step, create object for the class. Class name, object reference equal to new class name. This is what we did. The first question, how can you call non-static void method under main method in the same class? So object reference dot non-static method. Just call this first formula. But what about no one non-static method in another non-static method? How can you call? One non-static method in another non-static method, how can you call? In the same file. Do you need object? Just calling the method. No need a same file, same one non-static method. You want to call another non-static method, you just call directly method name. No need object. Only static method inside if you want to call, you need a object creation. The NSM OBJ is the object. The method name is typecasting.